Yo! What's up, everybody? It's MCZX of the Smart Kingdom, and we've just finished the Royal Rumble. Man, that was fun, wasn't it? And then, top it off, Takeover was fun, too. So, you know what I'm thinking? We should do? Instead of two videos, let's just combine them and make, that's right, a joint video. A joint video reviewing Takeover and the Royal Rumble that just wrapped up. Guys, Monday Night Raw is going to be good. It actually might be good coming up, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what we saw this Sunday and what we saw on Saturday, which was Takeover. We're just going to start with Takeover. So, I have my little notes here. So, if I look over here, I'm looking at my notes. It's not a lot of them. It's just the match card, so I don't get all discombobulated. And I'm like, the match was Velveteen Dream versus Bobby Fish in a Diablo Rules match. Like, you don't want to see that. That's going to be bad. So, let's talk about Takeover, shall we? First match, Undisputed Era versus Authors of Pain. Now, this Saturday, honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know how to feel about that match going into it. I thought this was going to be an average match, and that's about what it was, like above average, really. Not just C, but like a B+. It was decent. Good ring psychology and everything. I think the outcome was obvious because we know AOP is not getting a second reign. And since AOP is not getting a second reign, why would they beat the Undisputed Era? Got any ideas on that one? Got any suggestions? Because if you do, tell me in the comments. But it was a good match. It just wasn't that special. If they're getting a rematch, hopefully they can top that. I think the War Games match between all three teams, Sanity, Undisputed Era, and AOP, obviously, that was like the peak. And just seeing them in a regular match after that, it's like, I don't know. But Undisputed Era defeats AOP to retain the NXT Tag Team titles. Now we have Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno. Little bit of backstory. So this match really wasn't even supposed to happen. It happened because of a backstage comment Velveteen made regarding Johnny Gargano and how long it took him to beat Cassius Ohno. Velveteen's like, I can beat him in 30 seconds. I wonder why you can't beat him in 30 seconds. I'm walking away now. And he'd walk away, and then, Johnny goes on to do his thing. Of course, Cassius caught word of this. He pushed him backstage, which led to William Regal's like, make it a match! And it was a match. So, Velveteen accepted his award for the feud with him and Aleister Black. And basically said, yeah, I can still beat him in 30 seconds. And I will beat him in 30 seconds tonight. It didn't go that way, though, unfortunately. The match was more of, how long was that match? 10 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, he almost did it, but hey, he did knock him out in 30 seconds like it was a boxing match and kind of celebrated and everything. But this was another fun match. I'm glad they're letting Cassius Ohno do some stuff because the last couple matches he was in, the last Takeover matches anyway, he didn't really get to shine that much. They were quite short. This one had time, and it felt like Cassius could win, even though he didn't get the big W and Velveteen did win. It just, it was nice to see him showcase why he's so damn good and why he belongs in NXT or in the WWE. Shouldn't have let him go to first place, but, things happen for a reason. Next up, Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. I honestly, truly, am a huge fan of Shayna Baszler and the Queen of Spades. I was pulling for her hard, but unfortunately, because of those dang on roll-ups are the worst, aren't they? Ember Moon won the match. Now, I'm not mad that Ember won. I'm okay with Ember winning, actually. I mean, things happen. But the way she won made her a star. And it made Shayna Baszler more sinister and vicious, too. Like, it didn't hurt Baszler to lose at all. What she did after the match by choking out Ember and going back to choke her out again and just beating her down, it just made her look like a badass, honestly. And Ember looked like a resilient champion. She's not going down that easy. She's not a transitional champ. She's the real deal, and I have to applaud her. This feud continues, because it would be a shame for them to just do this as a one-off. There's chemistry there. There's heat there. You got something that I'm going to watch. So I don't know about you guys, but I would like to see that. And I don't want Kairi Sane to have to suffer the same fate of just losing because, oh, Shayna Baszler's here, so Kairi has to lose. No, I think when the NXT starts taping its tapings, because you know that first week is just going to be the recap show, and no one gives a crap about the recap show. It's just, I'm recapping. You saw this on YouTube. Woohoo, yeah. Yeah, that's that. I hope it continues, is all I'm trying to say. Aleister Black versus Adam Cole. Baby. Man. Extreme Rules match. These guys tried to kill each other. Like, no doubt. They tried to kill each other. I highly recommend you watch that match, because it was insane. You know, I know we're in the PG era and they could have did more if it wasn't restricted, but I know for their safety, they shouldn't go all out like doing chair shots to the head and, you know, all the crazy stunts that CZW does and your backyard wrestling promotions do. Like, I'm glad they don't do that. But they did have a couple sick spots. One in particular, the chair spot. Aleister Black had Adam Cole up in the fireman's carry position, and he just flips him, kind of like AAs him, right onto the chair spine first, and my back hurt. I cringed when that happens. I honestly did not like seeing that. I don't like watching that clip either, because my back hurts every time I see it. It's just bad. I really thought Adam Cole was going to win this one, but it seems like no one could stop Aleister Black in a one-on-one match. If it's a fatal four-way, you might be able to beat him. But if it's one-on-one, Aleister's got this locked down. Aleister won after a black mass. I'm really hoping Adam Cole gets the push he deserves, because he deserves one. I don't want him to seem like he's the weak link in the Undisputed Era, because he's not. He's so much more than that. And he just needs a good push. This is why I wish NXT had a secondary belt, because there's so many people in that system. It would be nice to have like the NXT All-Star belt or something like that, or the television championship. That would be nice, compared to just all these guys in the shuffle just wrestling for nothing, knowing they're not getting a title shot, either in the tag team division, or if it's a woman, they're not getting a women's championship shot, or the main belt. It blows, so they need to fix that. I hope they introduce something, like give them something. They need a thing, something, but who knows. And to our main event, Takeover Philly. I put my reactions up. I think y'all know how I felt about this. I was extremely happy. Man, oh man. Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. Simply phenomenal. A masterpiece. Just a master's class in wrestling. Perfect storytelling, perfect psychology, perfect everything. Both men look strong. You on the edge of your seat the whole time. There's not a lot to say about that match, man. It's just spectacular. It's 10 out of 10 for me. I think everyone needs to do themselves a favor. Get the free trial with the network. Go watch that match. Because, man, it was amazing. It was bloody amazing. It was a ride. Cien almost did retain his belt, despite everyone wanting Johnny to have his moment in Philly. I think they're holding off to New Orleans, like I said in my prediction video. I think it would make more sense for another miracle on Bourbon Street to happen. It'd be on a smaller scale, but it's still a miracle. Kind of like Daniel Bryan, and I see that's what they're modeling him after. So if Johnny's getting another shot in New Orleans, that should be the time he wins. But if not, he should face Tommaso Ciampa, who also returned that same night and hit Johnny in the back with a crutch and left. He kind of was limping on his way out, so I don't know if that match is possible. Maybe around April, Ciampa could wrestle, but if he can't, you might as well let Johnny get another shot with Almas. But Damn, now that I think about it, he can't get another shot with Almas. That was his third try. And they've had a trilogy of matches, and you don't want to really go over to 4 matches. Takeover gets a 10 out of 10. I don't see anything wrong with it. The last 4 matches really sold me. I mean, you can criticize that first match all you want. Not a lot of build between the two. It's just, hey, we're talking crap, you're talking crap, we're going to have a match. And the end. That was it. But that was NXT Takeover. It's time to get to the other half. The slightly weirder half. That is the Royal Rumble, which was kind of hit and miss. So let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the pre-show. The pre-show. Guys, did y'all watch the pre-show? Because I really didn't. I didn't see the point of any of those matches. Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metalik defeated TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. I mean, that heel team is that's a team, right? You want to see that. Why? Failed time. Revival beat Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Again, why? If we were going to bear the Revival, why are they on the pre-show? That's all I have to say about that. And the U.S. Open Challenge, a lot of people thought it was going to be Dolph. I thought it was going to be Dolph or Ty or someone who deserves it, like Mike Bennett. But no. It's Mojo Rawley. I sighed. I sighed, and I didn't care. I didn't watch that because Bobby was going to win regardless. Bobby was going to win. So we start the show off with the handicap match for the WWE Championship. Is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Kevin and Sami win, obviously it's, oh, we get to be co-champs. Yeah, we them boys. We get to be co-champs. Yeah. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. It's just, y'all, whatever. Anyway, this match kind of pissed off one of my friends. He was mad that the WWE Championship match was kicking off the show. And I understand, I understand, but they had to start with something. You got to do what you got to do. The match was what you expected it to be. AJ won because AJ is not losing at this point. Maybe at WrestleMania he's going to lose, but he's not losing at this point. AJ wins. The end. 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Usos versus Gable and Benjamin. I honestly thought Gable and Benjamin were going to win. They didn't. Unbelievable. Because I'm like, guys, pass it on. We didn't bring Shelton back just for him to lose. And lose and lose and lose. He came back for gold or something. And it was a clean sweep. It was 2 out of 3 falls and Usos won both of them. Damn. Shame on them. Shame on Benjamin and Gable, American Standard. Just couldn't get it together. This match should have opened the show, to be honest. It wasn't that fun. Or they could have opened it with the Raw Tag Team Championship match, but we're getting to that. Now, let's get to something good in the show. The Men's Royal Rumble match. Man, when I tell you guys, I was impressed. I was very impressed. I didn't think that this was going to be good, but it was. It was hella good. They did the right thing. My man's won. I got my reaction to my man's winning. Shinsuke Nakamura's going to WrestleMania, y'all. He's going to WrestleMania. He beat Roman. He beat Cena. He took out the 2 big guys. I wish I could produce tears. But man, and all jokes aside, that Men's Royal Rumble match was wonderful. It was booked perfectly, the way it was supposed to be booked. Now, whoever booked that, give him a raise, because he did a good job. I think teasing us that Roman was about to win again gave us all heart attacks, but thankfully Shinsuke won. I like the surprises with Adam Cole, seeing Almas, the Hurricane, Sheamus getting eliminated so quickly, everyone beating up Heath Slater before he could get into the freaking ring. That was funny. Man, just a good Royal Rumble match. I think that's going to be one of my favorite Rumble matches down the line. Hopefully they can keep this momentum and continue to produce more work like that in the future, because it would be nice if every Royal Rumble was just as good as this one. So all I have to say is Shinsuke won. I'm happy. Watch that Rumble. I'm telling you, it's really good. Raw Tag Team Championship match. It's Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins versus The Bar. Like I said in my predictions, it was going to be Jason Jordan's fault. Why they couldn't retain? Because Jason Jordan is just injured, unfortunately. Apparently, it's something with his neck. People are saying it's a back thing. I think it's his neck. And couldn't do much in the match. You can't wrestle if you got a bad neck. You know how WWE is about that. If your neck doesn't work, you're not wrestling. We don't care if you get surgery. We don't care if you can take bumps or pass the physical. No, you're not about to get us in trouble from you dying in the ring or becoming fully paralyzed because we let you wrestle this one time. WWE is not allowing that. So The Bar retained. The match was blah. It was kind of like the cool down match after the Rumble. Then we came to the triple threat match for the Universal Championship, which was Brock Lesnar. And, I mean, Brock Lesnar beat Kane and Strowman. You knew this was going to happen. I mean, it was just a car crash. If you like car crashes, cool. I miss Brock when Brock would wrestle, but Brock doesn't wrestle anymore. He just suplexes people. He F5s people. He might forearm a person in the face if they're lucky, and that's it. One interesting note in that match, I noticed Braun kneed Brock like right here. So Brock responded by popping him right there, and Braun was like, oh no, oh no. And he was mouthing something like slow down or slow the F down. But the mic cut out. But I know Brock was yelling, slow something down. And probably cursed at him. But you knew Brock was going to win that match, man. It's just whatever. And now, time for the history-making Royal Rumble match. This time it's all women. And honestly, this was not a bad match. This wasn't a bad Rumble either. It was more like a trip down memory lane of all the women that came before and the women that we have now. It's kind of bittersweet, too, because I kind of wish Chyna was still alive and Luna Vachon was still alive so they could have been in the match. Because, man, could you imagine a pop for Chyna? Man, damn it, bro. Life could be cruel sometimes, but this was just a history lesson. I think we started with Sasha and Becky, and then we had Kelly Kelly, we had Tori Wilson, we had Jacqueline, we had Molly Holly, we had Beth Phoenix, we had Trish Stratus, we had Lita, who I didn't expect coming in. She did look stiff, though. She tried to do a moonsault. It did not work out in her favor. But those are just some of the names that popped up as surprise entrants, and the current roster as well was there, obviously, because who's going to be in the match besides that? But it came down to the final four. It was the Bella Twins, Sasha Banks, and Asuka. And then the Bella Twins got rid of Sasha Banks. Then Brie got eliminated by Nikki. Then Nikki tried to eliminate Asuka. Asuka wasn't having that shit. And bang, knocked her out. And at the end, Asuka wins the first Women's Royal Rumble. All is well, right? So Charlotte gets in the ring. Alexa gets in the ring. We're all like, okay, who are you going to pick? Is it going to be Alexa or is it going to be Charlotte? Blah, 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 blah. But then, the Rowdy Clan attacked. Bad Reputation started playing, and guess who showed up? All the way from Colombia to Philadelphia. It was the Pointer. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was there, and she just got in the ring. And it's like smiles and smiles and points and points and points and points and points and points. She should have hosted at midnight, to be honest. But that was funny. She points at the WrestleMania sign and tries to shake Asuka's hand. Asuka slaps it away, kind of stares at Charlotte, doesn't even acknowledge Alexa Bliss, walks out, and Asuka's Thunder is just, boom, yanked out from underneath her by Ronda Rousey, who isn't even doing anything till she's done shooting the movie. So, great. Because I knew if she was going to show up there, she's going back to Colombia to finish the movie. It's not like she's going I can't do this anymore. I got to go finish the movie. So, yeah, that was the end of the Royal Rumble. And it was like, what a kind of garbage moment of just to ruin that, huh? Just like, what a weird moment. Like, I popped for it, but at the same time, when I look back, after rewatching it, I'm like, man, they could have waited to do that. They didn't need to do that then. They could have let Asuka have a moment, and maybe, it's kind of a little bit of a conundrum, because how else could you bring her up? It's not going to be at WrestleMania. It'd have to be at the Royal Rumble. I've been speculating anyway that it should be Charlotte versus Rousey. I hope that's what it's going to be. But I said this in my predictions, I think I may have said this, that they might put Rousey versus Asuka, and she's going to be the first to stop Asuka, and I don't want that. But that was the Royal Rumble. Man, if I had to rate that show, it gets a solid B. Those tag matches were not doing it for me. The placement of AJ's match was weird. If you knew the tag matches weren't going to sell, you should have put that first and move AJ's match closer to Brock's match, and then do the Women's Royal Rumble. I understand splitting the Men's Royal Rumble like in the middle of the show, but it felt weird, because normally that's the end. I was hoping both Royal Rumbles would end the show, but you can't do that. Those are my complaints, though. They're not many, just the placement of the show. I would have maybe moved a couple matches elsewhere and not have Jason Jordan work hurt. Just get the belt off him as quick as possible because he's hurt. And maybe not bring Rousey in, but then again, it brought a lot of press to WWE, and WWE loves press. They love when you're talking about them. So, I mean, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. It's just the booking's a bit weird. It kind of craps on the history that was just made by these women just because, look who's here. It's Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's here. Who cares about the Women's Royal Rumble match? Who gives a crap? No one cares about that match. Ronda Rousey pointing. She's pointing at you and pointing and pointing and pointing and pointing and pointing and pointing and pointing. Everyone loves Ronda Rousey. Everyone loves Ronda Rousey. So, Women's Royal Rumble? No, man. No one cares about a Women's Royal Rumble match. We only care about the point. But kind of diminished what they did is what I'm trying to say. And Shinsuke winning the Rumbles, perfect. Just the placement of those matches, the obvious title matches. For example, the Brock match, we knew Brock wasn't losing. We knew AJ wasn't losing. I would have preferred if one of the tag team champions, well, one of them did. It would have been nice if the Usos opened the show, like I've said already. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm MCZX. I recently just got Pinnacle, and I installed it. Hopefully it works, and I have to learn how that works in there. So if this comes out late, that's why. Hopefully when Monday Night Raw starts, they start on a good note and don't do anything stupid and ruin the freaking momentum they have now, because don't do that. Don't do that. I assume they're going to just figure out who's going to be in the chamber and go from there. But I'm MCZX. This is the Smart Kingdom. This was a very long review. If it comes out late, I apologize. You can just watch it. Consider it a time capsule. But that's it. I rambled. I stumbled. I rambled and rambled and rambled. And that's it, people. Continue to follow your dreams and be a great person out there. Follow your dreams. Remember, if no one believes in you, I do. Follow your dreams and don't let anyone tell you you cannot do them. All right? All right. See you later. Bye-bye.